On the fake, Williams looking downfield, launching downfield, going for it all! It is caught! Bears win it!
This is going to be a tough play. Bryant, the Cubs win the World Series! Bryant makes the play! It's over! And the Cubs have finally won it all!
Tying run at second, 2 out. Palmeiro over the head of Jenks. Uribe charges, throws, out! And the White Sox have won the World Series.
Look away to Livingston. Jordan. Oh, a spectacular move by Michael Jordan. That's 13 consecutive field goals.
They've waited a long time for this to be at home. Slipped in front and Crawford another block. 5 to go. For the third time in 6 years, the Blackhawks are Stanley Cup champions.
Hello, everybody, and welcome on into the Between the Lines Sports Show. As always, I am your fantastic host, Daniel Coletta. Alongside my fantastic co-host, we got X in the building, and for the first time joining us on the show, on the Between the Lines Sports Show on the Prime Coverage Sports Network, we have Big O and Orlando, my friend. Welcome to the party. We're so glad to finally have you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's up, everybody? Long time no see. I was supposed to show up, past couple weeks, but I've been in and out of it, but we here now. We here.
Hey, man, that's okay. At the end of the day, we're happy to have you. X, as always, my friend, it's always great to see you and have you back for another stream. Friendly reminder, we are live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and X at the Prime Coverage Sports Network. You guys can go and check us out. Let us know about your takes during today's show. But we're going to get right into it here. We have a great show for you guys. We have a little bit of the NBA playoffs to talk about. We got some great matchups tonight, also recapping a couple of the matchups from last night's games. We're also going to talk a little bit about the Cubs and Sox. We'll tip a little bit at the end about the NHL playoffs and how they've been going so far. And then at the end of the show, we got a small little draft for you guys. And we'll keep that on the download because we'll let you know as the show gets towards the end. But let's get right into it, and let's talk about the first matchup from yesterday. Now, I know I want to talk to you about this, Big O and X, a little bit, but
yes, sir.
We start with the Pistons and the Cavs because Game 1, the Pistons take it at home, and they ran away with it all out. Flat out, Detroit played like the better team, and Cleveland made it a little close at the end. But you'd think just what you saw, Cade Cunningham and those boys really want to bounce back after their close round 1 matchup that they had.
Yeah, absolutely. Cade Cunningham scores 23. Tobias Harris has 20 as well to help the Pistons beat the Cavs 111, 101 in Game 1. I will not lie. I have been fairly impressed with what the Pistons have been able to do recently, especially in their past playoff matches. Excuse me.
No, you're good. Take your time, man.
They've been playing really well. The Cavs have been playing well as well. So I'm going to be very interested in watching the series, more closely.
No, absolutely. And I mean, we talk about obviously the two key stars in this matchup. I know obviously you have many different stars on both sides of the ball, but obviously the go-to guy for Detroit's going to be Cade Cunningham. He's the leader of this team, and you're going to rely on him to have another monster game like he did last night. And Donovan Mitchell obviously stepping up and doing his thing for the Cavaliers. But he's also got to get some help from his other star that they went and got at the deadline in James Harden, because even with him, you're going to rely on a guy who's been in a lot of situations before in multiple games, but Detroit just played like the younger and better team. You would think that they would want to maybe play with a little bit more of a faster paced Cleveland, but Detroit was just all over hitting boards yesterday too.
You mentioned James Harden. Obviously, James Harden had 22 in that game. So it's not like the Cavs starters they're not doing nothing, right? Obviously, Donovan Mitchell with 23, right? We got Mobley, 14 points as well. All those points contribute to a dub, right? But like you just said, the Pistons have been on a different run lately, playing great defense, playing great offense. So just keep an eye out looking at the Cavs as well, because like I said, they're doing their part.
Absolutely. X, you got anything to add? You watch any of the matchups a little bit yesterday, or?
I'm not gonna deny I did not watch any of the matchups yesterday. So I was letting Orlando take control of this segment today. No, I didn't watch any of it. To be completely honest with you, the other day the Orlando game was on, and I was so out of touch out of it that I was like, when the heck was Orlando Magic in the playoffs? And
They took them all the way to 7.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, and I'm like, the Detroit Pistons, same thing with that, man. That's been a long time, so I'm just like, man, dude, I'm really out of touch with this stuff. But obviously, I know that the Lakers lost, so that's not surprising at all. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to have about it, bro.
And speaking of that other matchup, we talk about the Lakers. I know, obviously, that's a little sensitive subject for some of us who want the Lakers to win. And unfortunately, no Luka. That obviously does hurt. I hope we can at least see him play in these playoffs coming into probably, hopefully, game 3 or 4, even if it goes back to LA. But the Thunder, they get the job done yesterday, a 108-90 victory. And it was all due in part led by Chet Holmgren's double-double with 24 and 12. Now, the King, Mr. LeBron, had 27 points in the outing, but it wasn't enough. There was just, you would think that after the start in the first quarter, the Lakers got off to a hot start, but from there, it just looked like Oklahoma City just had way too many weapons that they could go to, and it was ultimately the deciding factor.
The Lakers. This is Now I know this is what I really wanted to talk about on the show. Like you just said, 108-90 dub for OKC. Chet with an amazing 24 and 12 performance. SGA, AJ Mitchell also adding 18 points to their own. So OKC was definitely cooking. But you could tell where we needed the scoring champ, Luka Doncic, right? Obviously, he's out with a left hamstring injury. Austin Reeves was MIA. I don't know where he was last night. But being held to 3 for 16 on shooting last night. This is blasphemous, okay? He was supposed to be second in command. LeBron dropping 27. Rui dropped 18.
Yeah.
So for Austin Reeves to be held to 3 for 16 shooting, you got to be better, AR. You got to be better.
No, absolutely. No, that can't happen. And obviously, you talk about a situation where a guy like Austin Reeves, who is a big factor in the Lakers offense this season, he had 8 points last night. That's not going to cut it. Like, you're going to want scoring from your guys. And I mean, Austin Reeves, I know he was still coming off of that injury in the first round against Houston. So I'm not saying he's still rusty, but he's still got to improve on his game as we enter these later games around. Like, personally, me, before this series even started, I thought that obviously the Thunder are heavy favorites going into this matchup, but I think if you can get Luka back for games 3 or 4, that might swing the series just a little bit because of his scoring output. But I mean, LeBron can't do it all by himself. And we've seen the Lakers supporting cast, no disrespect to guys like Marcus Smart and Jackson Hayes and DeAndre Ayton, who I know gets a lot of heat because I know he's not the greatest big man and people have labeled him as soft, but I want to see him play a little bit better, you would think, going into these games. And now I also ask you this, do you think that the Lakers will go into game 2? Do you think they can tie the series, or do you think OKC goes up 2-0?
Is that a question for me?
Yeah, it's a question for you.
Okay, perfect. I just wanted to make sure because I don't know if X wanted to chime in right before I start going crazy on my tangent here. You're right about DeAndre Ayton. I will say, first of all, just touch on that. Not the greatest, notable big man, you should say, but dropping 10, almost 50%, 5 for 12 from 3. Not from 3, I'm sorry, from the field. It's okay, right? But you like to see a little more from our big. To answer your current question, do I think Lakers are going to go into game 2 prepared and win it? I think there's a good chance. right? You mentioned Austin Reeves, kind of knocking the rust off after coming off this injury, right? But you got to remember the last playoff game that he played. I think it's the first game he came back. He dropped 15, right? So to drop 8 points in a game that you would have liked to take, the 1-0 lead. You definitely got to do better than that. But I think the Lakers can do it. I think the Lakers can come into game 2 and turn up. And at the end of the day, let LeBron do what LeBron do best. Let him carry that
Turn
team.
up, exactly that. I'm excited to see. Hopefully, the Lakers can rebound and have a better game too. You guys obviously let us know on all of the networks. What do you think the Lakers need to do to improvise? Obviously, getting Luka back will be a great part of that. But I mean, the one thing that stands out is just you need a bet. Like, not that you need it, you just need the consistency out of your supporting cast. And I want to see the Lakers get that from guys like Marcus Smart, who obviously former Defensive Player of the Year candidate. Like, I know it's not all going to be on him, but he won the Defensive Player of the Year back in, I believe, 2022 with the Celtics. He's still got talent. It's just there's a lot of shots the Lakers took yesterday, and you just weren't seeing them fall. And, I mean, I want to see a little bit more of that because if you look at Oklahoma City's side of the ball, I mean, Chet and Shea had 2 great games, but Mitchell with 18, as you mentioned a little earlier, like you're just going to get some great production. And then at the end of the day, too, they also have Caruso, a former Laker, and Jared McCain coming out party for him yesterday, too. So I'm excited to see where this series goes. I think that the Lakers can make it interesting, but they do need Luka back, I think, for them to make that deeper run. So
Yeah.
you guys obviously let us know on PCSN, Between the Lines Sports Show, what do the Lakers need to do to get it done? But now we transition to tonight's matchups with a couple of these teams because we're going to see the East Coast rivalry first between the Knicks and the Sixers. And I believe that Joel Embiid, you did say, was ruled out already for this game, for game 2?
Yeah. So Joel Embiid is ruled out tonight with an ankle and hip injury. Yep.
Yeah. No, that's obviously right now, if you take a look at the Knicks minus 298 to take game 2 at the Garden. Now, the big question mark for the Knicks is what do they need to do to take a 2-0 series lead going to Philly? Because Philadelphia, if you remember, they split the first 2 games with the Celtics, which they ultimately ended up winning in 7 games. What do the Knicks have to do? I believe the Knicks will win this series in 6 games, but what do you think they have to do tonight to get the job done?
I think they're going to do what they always do. I think they're going to go out there and they're going to play good basketball. Obviously, Jalen Brunson is scoring 26 points per game right now. He's going crazy. Karl Anthony Towns also doing good as a big. The New York Knicks, they bring something to basketball. They bring a fire. They bring good game, right? A game that you want to watch. So I think they're going to go out there and they're going to do what they do best, and they're going to play good basketball. And it's going to be 2-0 New York Knicks. I actually think it may be a sweep. I fully have faith in the Knicks. Josh Hart, Jalen Brunson, Cat. We know what those guys can do. So I think they're going to go in there tonight, and I think they're going to take it.
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously the big question mark is who's going to step up. Obviously, Tyrese Maxey is going to be your number 1 option for the Sixers tonight. And then Paul George, obviously, he's had a very good season for the Sixers. And I mean,
Playoff P.
Yeah. Playoff P. I mean, I know we've made fun of him in the past for how he doesn't show up in the big games, but like he has proven himself so far. He had a very good game 7 in Boston. And now, obviously, you go into this game. The Knicks are 5.5-point favorites tonight at the Garden. And I mean, as it stands right now, I think that I said that the Knicks were probably going to come out of the East. I think Detroit's great. I know they had the number 1 seed all season, and they were playing phenomenal basketball. But I do think the Knicks have the experience, and I think this is the year where Jalen Brunson and company take a step up. Now, the only question is their defense is a little bit worse than in significant other years. Like, now, they give up about 100 points per game, so that's a little bit down. But the Knicks teams we know in the past with having different bigs, obviously having a Julius Randle, a Hartenstein in the past. But now Karl Anthony Towns is you take a guy like him and put him in the lineup. I mean, it makes all the difference. And the Nova Knicks, I mean, we have a couple Nova Knicks now. You have Mikal Bridges, you have Brunson. And I mean, I think they have a very good OG Anunoby's playing very well, shooting the 3 ball and playing defense. So I want to see what the Knicks can do. I still have Knicks in 6, though. I have to take Knicks in 6.
No, absolutely. And then when you're also looking at a team like, the 76ers, Let's not count out, Tyrese Maxey. That kid can ball, right? So it's a big hit when, Philly fans sit back and say, "Oh wow, Joel Embiid is out tonight," because he was a factor.
Absolutely.
We know what Joel Embiid does, right? Obviously, he's one of the best that we have right now. Um, but health wise, he's not very consistent. So you can't really depend on Joel Embiid. So tonight, without Joel Embiid, it's just Tyrese Maxey, it's just Paul George, which Paul George is playing great in the playoffs, right? I don't know what switch I don't know what switch he turned on, but obviously it's doing Philly good, right? If we're in the semifinals. So, but I don't think Tyrese Maxey, he's still young. I don't think he can carry this whole Phillies team. I definitely see Knicks taking the series. If it's 6 games, I think it'll probably be 5. In my
Right.
opinion.
No, that's a great way of putting it. I mean, I know obviously right now the biggest question mark is going to be like, where's the scoring going to come from? Is it going to come from a Kelly Oubre? Is it going to come from guys up? Because I'm not to knock, but like a guy like Andre Drummond, I mean, a little bit past his time. So I mean, he didn't get a contribution, but it's definitely not going to be something that you would anticipate every second that, oh, he's going to be my go-to guy and score. So I really do think we have a couple question marks as to who is going to be that number one, because I mean, obviously it's Maxey, but who's going to step up and help him besides Maxey and PG? Because they need to have a good one. Justin Edwards is still young, and I know they have a couple other guys who can make shots, but I do think that the question mark coming in is who else is going to be the one who steps in and fills that void, because Joel Embiid, obviously former MVP and obviously still one of the great players we have in our game, but that does hurt losing someone like that. So obviously we wish him a fast recovery and back hopefully for game 3 or 4, but you guys obviously let us know. Knicks, Sixers, who's taking game 2 at the Garden. That game is going to be a fun one tonight at 6 p.m. You can catch it on ESPN. Knicks are actually, line jump now is 10.5. It was 5.5 before. It's now 10.5. So you guys obviously let us know what that. And then we transition to the other matchup of the evening, which will be the Spurs and the Wolves. Now, Minnesota, shocker, game 1 in San Antonio, they take it. Now, what do the Spurs have to do to get back on track? Because Anthony Edwards came off the bench. We didn't know if he was going to play. They rule him about an hour or so before tip-off. They said that he was good to go. I ask you, what do the Wolves have to do to take game 2, and then after it, what do you think is going to happen tonight? Do you think the Spurs even it, or do you think the Wolves can come up 2-0?
Look, I'm gonna say this. I am a Wolves fan, okay, because
I love Ant. I love him.
And one person only, right, and that's gonna be Anthony Edwards. He did have a hyperextended knee. I don't know if you guys saw that injury. So
dude, it was bad. It was bad, dude.
So for him to start game 1 of this series, man, that boy came out and said, "Forget this injury. Let's play some ball." What the Spurs need to do is they need to do what they do best and lean on the alien. When this kid is the next up, right? The Spurs,
bananas.
The Spurs. You got to remember, the Spurs make almost 50% of their shots from the field this season. They're at 48.3%, right?
Right.
That's 2% higher than the Timberwolves. So technically, the Spurs make more shots. Just lean on your characters. Obviously, you got the De'Aaron Fox shooting 48% and averaging 18 points for the Spurs this season. That's great coming from Fox. Because honestly, I'm not a Fox fan, right? No knock on De'Aaron Fox. He's a great basketball player, great point guard, right? I didn't
not
really
a fan. Not a fan of Swiper the Fox.
Yes, exactly. But you know what? He has really played some ball with the Spurs this season. Victor Wembanyama averaging 15 over the last 10 games. You want to see more from him because obviously we do know that he's almost 7'5", I believe is his height.
Yeah, he's 7'4", 7'5",
but he can shoot the ball, y'all. So this kid is the next up. We want to see more from him. But man, Anthony Edwards, averaging almost 30. Jaden McDaniels coming to play for the Wolves. Let me tell you, this is going to be a good season, a good playoff series. All these games are spectacular. Make sure to catch it. I'm going to say Spurs can tie it tonight, but I don't think they got enough.
Right. No, I mean, you think that if you were to take 2 games on the road in San Antonio going back to Minneapolis, you have a great chance of winning. And obviously they know how to
going back to home court? Oh.
And that would be, I believe, it'd be the 3rd time in 3 years that they could possibly make the Western Conference Finals, which would be crazy to think about because the Wolves have been right there. Obviously, they ran into Dallas in 24, and then last year that was a whole scenario with them getting into the Western Conference Finals. So it's just they can make moves and they can surprise everyone. And I love seeing Anthony Edwards play. I think he's obviously one of my favorite players to watch, but at the same time, too, it is tough to win some of these bigger games when you have a guy like Wembanyama. Now, you have guys on Rudy Gobert, obviously just played up against Jokic in a 6-game series. And then you had a guy in Naz Reid, who's a 6th Man of the Year candidate who can also play really well. But again, Wembanyama is just a different dude. And we're excited to see him play in his first playoff action that we're seeing with the Spurs. But you're going to have to get some improvement, too, from Stephon Castle. And, I mean, you're going to rely on Fox a lot. But you need to have a good bench and supporting cast, too. And you have guys that can do that in Keldon Johnson. And I know the Spurs are very young. But this is where we also have to keep an eye on them, too, because they also – you don't know where they're going to have a night in or night out game. So, obviously, the Wolves, one of the biggest blows to them was losing their 3-point shooter and Dante DiVincenzo with the torn Achilles. And, I mean, we hope for him to have a speedy recovery. We've already seen enough Achilles injuries over this last year with Dame, Tyrese Halliburton, Jason Tatum coming back from his and the fact that
all wearing number 0, by the way.
Yeah, that's – again, it's horrible to think about, but that's it's like the Drake curse. Like every team Drake cheers for, other than the Raptors, won the NBA championship. But it's just, to me, I think that the Wolves can get the job done. Right now, obviously, Spurs are 10.5-point favorites at home, and you can catch that game at 8:30 p.m. on ESPN after the Knicks and the 76ers. So you guys obviously let us know, who do you think is going to win that matchup? I think that San Antonio has a good shot at tying the series tonight, which I think it goes back to Minneapolis 1-1, but anything could happen. It's the beauty of basketball. So just let us know what you guys think with that matchup. Now, that's basically about everything we had for the basis of our NBA playoffs. Let's transition to the baseball, because another good thing is baseball in Chicago right now is starting to get hot. And we talk about one of the best teams in baseball, and we're going to start first with the Northsiders, because look at the Cubs looking for their 8th win in a row tonight against the Reds after yet again another walk-off win last night. Michael Busch coming through in the clutch and delivering the best hit. And it goes, I mean, we're going to show the highlights here because it kind of looked a little ridiculous, but it looked like Elly De La Cruz just misplayed this ball. And so I don't know what else to say other than he smoked it. Now, I'll ask you guys this, both of you. What did you think, and how do you think the Cubs have been performing this season? Number 1 in the NL Central.
Okay. All right. X, you want me to go first?
Yeah, I'll let you take it over.
Okay,
Orlando.
cool. All right, cool. All right. As the only Cubs fan in the room right now, hey, I'm feeling good, okay? Cubs 24-12 on the season, doing freaking fantastic. I'm loving and seeing it. Nico Horner, you know what he's doing. Ian Happ, you know what he's doing. PCA, boys, a stud. Okay, the Cubs are looking great. I damn near say almost 2016 season great. Okay, when they won the championship, this Cubs team is amazing. Cubs basketball is back. Let's go. Number 1 in the conference. Very happy about that.
Shout out Cubs basketball, by the way. I heard that.
Basketball. What
You
the
did say
heck?
basketball. I caught that. I wanted to hear that, and I heard Cubs basketball is back. But to be fair, one of the best signings I think so far of this year in all of MLB has been the Bregman signing. Period. Like the Bregman signing has been one of the best things I've seen for not only the Cubs for baseball. I think he fits in better than he did in Boston. And you see it right there. Michael Busch last night with the walk-off base hit, and the Cubs, they get the job done yet again. That's 2 back-to-back walk-off wins. You had the home run by Conforto 2 nights ago, which came out of nowhere. And then last night you have the walk-off by Michael Busch. So as it stands, I love seeing what the Cubs are doing. Obviously, they have a huge matchup tonight, and we have the Reds again going up against the Cubs. You can catch that game and all of the action later on this afternoon, and that is at 6:40 on MLB TV, or you can watch it on Marquee in the Chicagoland area or Fox Sports Cincinnati. The biggest thing is Cubs are minus 175 favorites, and they have Colin Ray throwing on the mound. He's got the 4.41 ERA, but doesn't seem to matter when you're 4-1 on the year. So I think the Cubs have a lot of room to grow. You think that right now for where they are is number 1 with a 24-12 record. They're arguably the best team in baseball, you would think.
Yeah, I mean, they're the best team in baseball as of right now. I'm actually very surprised how I was talking to a buddy of mine yesterday. I'm surprised how quick they've kind of bounced back. I mean, we were talking 2-3 weeks back how the Cubs started off real slow and it wasn't looking so well. But the Cubs, I will say that they're playing a lot better now because they play this type of baseball in June, July. So the fact that they're playing it so early right now, I mean, you got 24 wins and 12 losses on the season. I mean, they look pretty good. They really do. I really do like what's happening with them. They're playing full baseball. I mean, they're not blowing games, they're not blowing leads. So and they're winning the games that they're supposed to win. They're also winning the games that they're supposed to win in division wise. When you talk about the Cincinnati Reds,
right? Yeah, I mean, we take a look. The best teams in baseball right now, obviously, you have the Dodgers. They're 22-14. Cubs are sitting at 24-12. The Braves are 26-11. And then on the other side of things, the Yankees are 25-11. So that's elite company you have them up there with. So in the league overall, you put them overall, the Cubs are the 3rd best team in baseball right now. So,
I just nitpicking here. I mean, they faced the Dodgers 9 games ago, 10 games ago, and they lost
2 out of
those
3
games.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a team you're looking as that you can go against in the playoffs. I mean, realistically speaking, I mean, obviously it's nitpicking, but I mean, it would have been nice to win those games because then we could be like, all right, now you beat the Dodgers, you beat the Padres, because Diamondbacks and Reds, they're good. Phillies are good, but they're right now. So
yeah,
it's just nitpicking.
Really quick, give me a prediction on the game tonight. I have to literally run upstairs for 20 seconds to grab my computer charger because my MacBook's about to die. So you just give the chat and everyone who's listening a little rundown of who you think wins tonight. I'll literally be right back.
All right. All righty. So we're losing Danny for a quick 20 seconds. Yeah, so today we got the Reds and the Cubs. I mean, we already went past that. I do think the Cubs should win this game. They're going to go 8 in a row. Honestly, if they lose this game, it really isn't that big of a deal just because they have won 8 in a row. Or 7 in a row. I do think, and they'll take the series. So, but I do think the Cubs have the better hand right now, and I think the Cubs should win this game easily. Maybe even behind the home run of PCA. Who knows?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that PCA is due for a home run tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if we get to home run tonight. They're playing so well. I got it literally just at 1%, so we're good to go there. I love that. But yeah, I mean, I'm impressed so far. Every North Sider, Chicago fan, but every Chicagoan should be happy with how the Cubs are doing. It's fun when you see teams in your hometown that are doing well, and it just so happens we'll get into the other team in a second, but both teams have winning records as of far. So other than last night, which we'll get into with the Sox in a second here, I mean, you like seeing the biggest thing with the Cubs, and that is just good gameplay. Good gameplay.
No,
So,
definitely. I mean, they're playing around the base pads. I mean, they're playing good defense, and the bullpen isn't blowing leads like they did last year. So
Oh my
they're
God, that's
looking
the
pretty
one
good.
thing. You talk about that team, it's the bullpen. Always been the bullpen. So you guys obviously
Not
let
the
us
case
know
this
what
year.
you think the Cubs got to do. It is the third of a 4-game series tonight, 6:40 MLB TV. You can catch it from Wrigley, and you let us know who you think's going to win that matchup. You got Colin Ray on the mound going against Brady Singer for Cincinnati. So the Cubs are playing well so far. No reason for them to slow it down. So let's get them a round of applause. And at the same time, the Cubs, just keep doing what you're doing because you're playing phenomenal baseball. Now, the White Sox. I am seriously impressed, as you could probably say, too, for a team that we talked about before the season as maybe saying a wild card team. They
I
have
said that.
played. Well, you did say that. 'cause
I
did ask
said
you
that.
You did say that. I 100% agree with you that the Sox, they've exceeded my expectations for what I thought of this team compared to last year, just because I didn't know what to expect out of them. They really are starting to prove me wrong. Now, last night, if you were watching, did you see the home run that I thought Murakami had that went down the right field line? I
What
thought
inning
that was
was
a home
that?
run. It was
That was like early
the
in
bottom of the
game,
ninth.
right?
I think it was the bottom of the ninth.
No, I was listening to it on the radio. I mean, I know what happened at the end of the game, and that was pretty disappointing. Honestly,
Yeah, I mean, I have the highlights. I don't have his shot in there, but I mean, there was a real chance that I thought they were going to come back and win the game yesterday. Like, they were playing phenomenal. Now, the one thing about the White Sox is I feel like their offense is obviously hit or miss, but they've been more hit than miss in this last couple of weeks of play because I have seen things that I really didn't expect to see out of their offense. Now, Murakami's leading the league in home runs with 14. So he's coming into himself and proving all the doubters wrong. I mean, last night you had Mydroth with the home run here, and he had a great bomb that went all the way down that left field line. But to me, the big thing is when I'm looking at a team like the White Sox, who right now sit at 17 and 19, you're right in the picture for being number one in the American League Central. Like, this is the year of the Sox to just go out and do something, you would think, X.
yeah. I mean, they're a young team. They have money for a big market name, but they are the Chicago White Sox, so they're probably not going to go in for any big names out there, unless you are contending for a wild card spot. They should be contending for a wild card spot. They currently are right now or at least yesterday they were in the third spots for the wild card spot. So I'm excited as a White Sox fan. They do have a lot of work. Like I said before, they are a young team. I would like to see more from Antonacci, Vargas. I mean, you watched the end of the game. Montgomery struck out swinging. I mean,
Yeah,
he had a ball he could have hit. It was lined up right down the middle, and he missed it. Like I said, they are a young team. I mean, they're meshing well together right now. I actually want to say the offense is a lot better now than their honestly some of their defensive plays, but the defense has been pretty good lately. But I also want to say the small ball, like we talked about last week, needs to be more implemented, and they have been playing a lot more small ball lately, so that's nice. It's the pitching that's kind of bringing this team down, and it still consistently is. They've been playing better though lately, so I'm not gonna really blame it on the pitching, but you need your hitters to hit when you got 3 men on base. I know you got 2 outs, but you need a fighting chance. You need a fighting chance. You need to be able to tie that game. But you know they are a young team, so they just need to win tonight, take the series, and we'll move on.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, the biggest question is you have this game tonight with LA, the Angels of Anaheim, but right now the Sox are minus 113 favorites. You got Noah Schultz going for the Sox tonight, and he's got a 2.53 RA with a 2-1 record, going up against Walbert Urania with 0-3 on the year, and he's got a 3.86 ERA. So
Murakami with another home run. Are we running that?
There's a shot. I mean, let's see. For tonight's lineup, in left, you got Antonacci, Murakami, and then you have Vargas, Montgomery, Mydroth, Benintendi, Jared Kelenic, Tristan Peters, and Drew Romo catching. So the big question mark is I would love to see Murakami go yard.
Even Montgomery.
Right. And then here's another thing that I actually meant to tell you. Jared Kelenic is literally from the town that I live in, like 10 minutes away. He's from Waukesha, Wisconsin. So because of that, I mean, I like seeing a guy. Now, he obviously hasn't done much for this team. They literally just got him. But at the same time, like, shout out a hometown guy. But Murakami, let's go Murakami. I'll take a Murakami home run tonight. I'm after the stream, I will go on DraftKings or FanDuel, and I will put a Murakami home run in my bet. That's what I'll do.
That's that rich money. That's that rich Daniel Coletta money.
$20 isn't rich money. You can throw that on.
Yeah, you're right. I'm just messing with you. But if I was someone out there, I'll put the White Sox to make the playoffs. Do it, $100. You have nothing to lose.
Like, from what we've seen so far, there's no reason for me to not believe that you're standing correct, because the league leader in the AL Central is the Tigers and the Indians at 18-19. The White Sox are 17-19, a half a game back.
I know. The crazy thing is the past 2 days, or the past two losses the White Sox had. If you won those two games, you're sitting alone right now at the top of the AL Central. Yes, it's the AL Central. It's bad, but I mean, if all the teams are bad, technically speaking, I mean, someone's got to pull out of it anyways, right? So I mean, it's kind of like the Cubs right now, right? The Cubs have a fantastic Central, and but I mean, all those teams put together, I mean, they're what, only 2.5 games ahead of all of the other teams. So I mean, they're both technically speaking very tight divisions in a sense.
Kansas City had a slow start to the season. They're a half a game back. They're tied with the White Sox right now. And then the Twins, the last place team in the division, 16-20, they're 1.5 back. So it's not like it's just completely far gone. We're still in a young part of the season. I think that we're going to see a lot more changes, obviously, throughout the next couple weeks. And obviously with the Cubs, St. Louis is 2.5 back of the Cubs. So St. Louis is, to me, the surprise. But I'm excited to see where this goes. Really quick, the one thing that we talked about with Murakami, too, with the Sox, and we have to mention it. The big thing is, and we're going to play a little clip for you guys here, from the Carmen and Junko show on ESPN.
Yurko.
And they're talking about yeah, you got me there. No,
the Carmen and Yurko show on ESPN.
Yurko, yes. I totally I botched it at first. But we're going to listen to him talk about Murakami and obviously his future with this team. I know they just got him. He's technically in his rookie season, but there's a lot of question marks surrounding him. So let's take a listen.
Remember last week I floated the idea of like 4 for 100 or even 4 for 112? I was told the White Sox would absolutely do that. No joke, 100%. Jerry Reinsdorf
He'll sign
right
off
now
on it.
would 100%
From the desert in Arizona?
sign off and say, yes,
Let's get it done.
yes,
He does he realize how important the Japanese market is now?
yes,
He's not laughing it off anymore?
no.
Okay.
I don't know
That's what they say. You're never too old to learn.
I was also told, come on, meaning there's no way Murakami's taking that deal, right?
So they're willing to offer that deal, but that's a deal that Murakami's not going to take.
Right. I was told that there are conversations happening, that the White Sox very much are realizing what they have, I don't know, what do you say, stumbled into?
Something.
Do we put it that way?
Yeah.
That even though it's been 6 weeks, I have this on very good authority, that the White Sox have realized internally in that organization what they've stumbled into. They do not believe it's a fluke at all. They are very willing to commit if they could. Now it's just a matter of actually doing it. And if I'm them, I am very aggressively, and I mean very aggressively, trying to figure out a way to convince him to stay here long term. You know what?
And I mean, what else more do I have to say? Like, the biggest thing for us, as Orlando's going to rejoin us in a second, he had some internet connection problems, but you heard it there from Carmen himself. Like, you don't think he's, not to say that's disrespectful, but for how he's played so far this season, 4 years, $100 million, you don't think that's the money a guy like him should be getting, you would think, X.
No, I mean, first of all, his play is outstanding. The fact that everybody kept saying he can't hit certain balls. Yes, pitchers will start adjusting to what he's doing. I mean, they say he can't hit high balls. He hit a home run the other day off a high ball. So, yeah, he's going to adjust to the baseball style of the NBA. The MLB. Pardon me. He will adjust to the MLB as well as MLB will adjust to him. So he's going to start slowing down a little bit, but I mean, his bat is red hot, man. I mean, if you like hot dogs here in Chicago, red hots, man. I mean, no, I really don't know what to say about him. I like when we brought him in, I was like, I don't really know what to expect. Obviously, I've heard of him before, because of baseball. But like he is a little bit older. So when he came in, I was like, we'll see how he is. But he's performing at an outstanding pace right now. I mean, compared to even the rookie and his second year of Ohtani. I mean, it's pretty nice to have someone like that. To even pick the White Sox, the second team in Chicago, I mean, I'll take it. I do think the Sox going to have a hard time bringing him on. Obviously, they have him for 2 years. I do think this is more of like his way of saying, like, look at what I got. And teams are going to want to sign him real quick. I mean, the big name teams are LA is going to be in the name, one of the names. So is the
Always
Yankees,
are.
everybody,
Always
even
are.
the Mets. I think all the teams are going to want to chase him. I just hope the Sox pull out with as much money they can give him. Just give it to him, please, because we need a name to build around here in Chicago.
Tell Justin Ishbia and the Reinsdorfs and everyone, just whatever the money is, you build around him, because he's
I do think since he's going to have more of a say at that time, I do think he's going to be willing to give a lot more money than people think the White Sox will give.
Yeah, just for like White Sox standards, you would think.
Correct.
Now, we look at this. I'm going to read you this because I just saw this on Facebook. For the start of their careers in the MLB, Murakami versus Shohei. In 126 at-bats for Murakami, he has a .592 slugging. And 125 at-bats for Shohei to start his career, he had a .536. So you can see they're relatively the same. Murakami's just a little bit better. The walk rate, Murakami has a 17.5% walk rate. Shohei had a 12% walk rate to start his career. Now, home runs, Murakami started his career so far with 14. In the first couple weeks of the season, when they showed the stat, there were 12, where Shohei only had 6. Like, it is pretty impressive to look at that. And I am not one to say that, like, baseball is a worldwide sport. It's been played all over the world, and it's been one of the best things to watch the World Baseball Classic these last few years, even this year with the United States in the final against Venezuela. But when you see a guy like Murakami, and just overall, some of these Japanese-born players, Shohei, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, and, I mean, just big-name players who've come from Japan and, like, that part of the world in the past, it shows you how globally the game's expanded, and I like seeing that. And it just so happens one of those players happens to play for the Chicago White Sox. So I wish nothing but greatness to continue for this team with him.
And I mean, the Japanese market. I mean, I'm pretty sure you're gonna show other teams like, all right, Murakami's here. Why not? Why wouldn't other teams want to come play in Chicago? I mean, Chicago is the third biggest market in all of sports, right? So
Absolutely.
why not come play for the White Sox? Not even that. I mean, Reinsdorf should understand, and what's his name?
Justin Ishbia.
Ishbia. I mean, they both should know. I mean, sales will skyrocket for anything that Murakami's name is on, as well as if you bring any other Japanese players here. So I mean, it's all a money game at the end of the day, right? So what you put in is what you're gonna get out of it. So that's all I'm gonna say.
Absolutely. I 100% agree with that. You guys obviously let us know. Prime Coverage Sports Network, Between the Lines Sports Show. What do the White Sox have to do to maybe attract some bigger name free agents? And what do they have to do to keep Murakami? Because we know we have seen this story before with players in the past. This is a completely different aspect, though, than the 2021 team that made the postseason. But they also have still a young roster. I mean, you have some vets like Benintendi to like fill a void and do some great things to help out in a sense. But I mean, the Sox, they're right there. They're competing, and it's not like the division's far-fetched. You're a half a game back, and it's just going to be a bloodbath from here out. So you guys obviously let us know. But Prime Coverage Sports Network, what do the White Sox have to do to keep this going? So that basically wraps it up for baseball. Really quick, I know we'll touch on it here, but the NHL playoffs obviously are going on, and obviously we have a couple of huge teams. The Blackhawks did get the 4th overall pick in the NHL draft lottery. Obviously, they didn't land number 1. They weren't going to get number 1 overall selection, Gavin McKenna. But they absolutely should have. But I mean, at the same time, you're trying to build a team around Connor Bedard, who's been the face of the franchise now the last couple of years. And obviously the Hawks have not played like that number one face of the franchise team that we're used to seeing. What do you think? I'll ask you this. Do you think the Hawks really quick will have a bounce? This is a question for both of you, by the way. Do you think the Hawks can have a bounce back season next year with whoever they draft with the 4th overall pick? Or do you think it'll still be possibly another retooling year?
No, I mean, I think we're done with the retooling year. I mean, we've been retooling for what, 5 seasons now? This will be Bedard's 4th season or 4th season, I believe. I know he was injured last season. But you got to start winning. Like now, you got to start putting money into this team. You got to start bringing in bigger names. I don't care if you're going to be a little more in the middle of the pack, but I would like you have Bedard, who's going to be a superstar. I mean, he surpassed what Patrick Kane did for the Blackhawks, not Stanley Cup wise, but I mean stats wise this far into his career. You just got to start winning now. Stop the retooling. This is Chicago. Once you start winning here, it's like no other city. Just get who you can get and who that name is on that board and grab them and let's do it. Let's start winning.
Absolutely. Yeah, no. And obviously with tonight's matchups too, I mean, obviously one of the big things is these playoffs too, because you want to see Chicago back in the playoff picture. But tonight's games, you got the Canadiens and the Sabres going for game 1 as they start their series. Buffalo knocking out Boston in the first round, while Montreal took out Tampa Bay in 7 games. And then you have the Ducks and Golden Knights later on tonight. You can catch that game on TNT as well. And that is going to be a 8:30 puck drop. You're going to have the Ducks and Golden Knights. So good game there. I mean, I think that personally, if you're asking me my picks for the series, I'm going to go with I think I'm going to go with Buffalo. Buffalo, you haven't really heard of them in the picture in quite some time. And I think that they're due to have a great game. So I think they take game 1, but Vegas leads that series already 1-0 going into game 2. So I think that the Knights will get it done. And then obviously on the other side, the Hurricanes and the Flyers, and then the Avalanche and the Wild. Colorado already went up 2-0 in their series. So I think that they're more in line to win that. Colorado's the best team in hockey all year. So I think that they were due to see just more domination out of the Avalanche. And then the Hurricanes were right behind them as one of the best teams in the league. So I think I got the Hurricanes over the Flyers. So
yeah.
Overall, just like I said, we'll touch on it. I think that there's a lot still to go on with the NHL playoffs going on. But
Orlando, you got anything?
Yeah, you got anything?
Okay, here's what I'm gonna say. I'm not really an NHL savant. X, I can finally hear you. Sorry about that, y'all. Type of
Right. You're good.
It's good to hear both y'all. Okay, because there was a point in time where I didn't hear X at all. But you guys know I'm not really a hockey savant. I do got to work on that, which I am working on. I know you guys were talking about Blackhawks. I mean, 29-39 on the season. We've been there, done that, right? We know how it is in Chicago, sports history. I mean, you guys were talking about the Sox as well. 17-19. I won't go back on that, but 3 of your last 5 y'all won. That's going to be good. But just adding on to Blackhawks real quick before we move on. Connor Bedard, obviously he was injured. We know what he can do. If it comes to the draft, build your weapons, build your team, and then we go from there.
Absolutely. No, you hit it right on the head. And obviously just building around Bedard is going to be the biggest thing for the future. So you guys let us know if there's anything that needs to be made, a certain signing, or who should the Blackhawks target to help out this kid, because we know how talented he is. And we know that the Blackhawks need to win with him. So, I mean, obviously he's very young, but there's a lot of things that need to go right for the team. And obviously it starts at the top with ownership. So just let us know on Prime Coverage Sports Network, Between the Lines Sports Show, what do you think the Hawks need to do to get in position? So that's just hitting it on the head there with the NHL and what's been going on with that. But we have our surprise segment here at the end before we wrap things up. And we talked about this a little bit pre-show, and I know we wanted to talk about it. So this is a draft segment, and we're going to do an all-time starting 5 in the NBA. But I think we should not only do the starting 5, we should also have a bench as well, just to make it like, hey, we got a second option too.
No, okay. I don't think we had a bench. I think we do.
You just want to do starting 5?
A bench would be too much. I think we do a 5. If you guys want to do, we can do a 6-man.
We could do a 6-man.
Yeah, I'm going with 6-man. Now the question is, once we take a player, is that player off the board?
I was thinking more we do of just our top 5s, and then we discuss
yeah,
it.
I'll go with that. I can do that.
Unless you guys want to do an actual draft where you can't pick someone up after that. That's up to you guys.
See, no, I'm fine with just my personal 5 because I'd let you guys, obviously, if you want to take, say, a Michael, a Kobe, a LeBron, whatever, you should be able to take them. You shouldn't have to have them not on the board because that doesn't make any sense. But, I mean, I guess to start my point guard position, I have to – and I love Magic Johnson to death. I think Magic Johnson's one of the greatest point guards we've ever seen. He's a phenomenal passer. He could do it all for the Showtime Lakers in the 80s and the early 90s. But I have to go with the greatest shooter of all time. Like Steph Curry I have never seen anyone shoot the basketball like him. I've gone to several games where I've watched the Bulls play the Warriors, or just when I'm in town and if I've seen a game, there's no one who shoots the ball like he does. I'm taking Steph at my point guard.
All right. I'm can I go, X?
Yeah, it's all you. It's all you.
All right, cool. Number 1, undoubtedly, I'm gonna go Derrick Rose. That's my favorite point guard of all time. Not just because I'm from Chicago, we all from Chicago, but I'm gonna go Derrick Rose as my 1. Obviously, we know
He's
what
from
he did.
Hold
on, let me rephrase. Let's go prime Derrick Rose, okay? Pre-injury, okay? So before the injury, we're gonna go Derrick Rose. That's gonna be my 1. Obviously, we know what that man can do. Mama, I want to go higher. Yes, sir. That's that man. That's my 1.
Youngest MVP in NBA history, by the way.
Yeah, that's my 1.
And I know they have a Derrick Rose Day now. We celebrate in Chicago on 1/4.
Yes.
So.
I
love Derrick. Listen, man, pre-injury Derrick Rose is one of the most exciting players I ever watched. So that's a phenomenal pick on your part. My only question with him is literally the only question with him would be sometimes his shooting is hit or miss. Phenomenal dunker. He can get to the rim on anybody. I just don't know if I would want to take him just because of how streaky of a shooter he is.
I agree 100%.
Yeah,
X?
see, man, this was a part. So I was having this conversation with a couple buddies yesterday, and I was like, who would I pick for my point guard? I'm a big Derrick Rose fanatic. I have freaking like 7 things in my room with Derrick Rose on it. And I love him. Like he embodies Chicago. He is who Chicago is, right? And my buddy said Derrick Rose didn't even have a prime, technically speaking. And I'm like, well, technically speaking, he didn't have a prime, but those 3 seasons we had of him when he was his rookie season, he got what was it, Rookie of the Year? He got youngest MVP in NBA history, as well as made the All-Star games for those teams, and he was also in the he was on the USA team. So I will say he's a phenomenal player. I love him, but if we're doing an all-time, Magic Johnson's right there, but I'm gonna go with Curry because you need someone to space the floor. You need someone that can pass that ball because obviously I have other players on this team that are more shooters per se.
Yeah,
so I need a passer and a shooter. So
right.
I'm gonna go Curry.
Again, it's so hard to make that call because, like, at the same time, we have seen some phenomenal players at the point guard position of it. I mean, you can make the argument for whoever you want now as your point guard. Just like if you want to prime Damian Lillard, if you want to prime, I mean, who else could I name? Like a prime Russ, even though he couldn't shoot, was one of the most athletic point guards I've ever seen. So it's so hard to say, but like just maybe Kyrie Irving, but that's it. Like I don't know if I would want to put anyone else besides Steph up there at the point guard position because of how dumb. Now you could put Stockton because he's a passer, but at the same time, like, he was just known for dishing out assists and all that. Like, he was a phenomenal point guard.
No, Stockton was phenomenal. I mean, people don't really realize how good he was back in the late 90s. I mean, those Jazz teams should have won in 97 and 98, but obviously you had the Bulls on the way, so that's
right.
The story. But
I mean,
yeah, I agree with you with that one.
So, as we'll recap real quick. So, for our point guard position, O's taking Derrick Rose, and then me and X have Curry. Yep. So, I mean, I like those. Those are solid overall. moving on to my shooting guard position. This was tough because I could put a lot of them in there. I'm going to also do this. I have to go with it because not only is he one of probably my top 2 favorite players of all time, but he's also a champ, and I've seen him play many times as well. But another Chicago legend, Dwayne Wade. I have to go with Dwayne Wade. I mean,
that's crazy. That's
the Flash.
Okay.
I mean, I have to go with the Flash. Okay, first of all, you talk about a guy who, before, this is pre-Bosh LeBron era, the 2006 finals, or 2007, I believe it's 2006, against the Heat, or against the Mavericks, the man averaged dang near 30 a game, and he was, I believe, in his second or third season. It was him and Shaq. They brought the Heat a title, and I mean, overall, throughout his career, we've seen him be a streaky shooter, but he can also pass the ball. You saw one of the greatest duos of all time in Peanut Butter and Jelly with him and LeBron, and he just fit what it meant to be Heat culture. Now, he played a couple seasons for the Bulls, which obviously didn't really turn out to be much. They were an 8 seed. But,
good time, though.
Yeah, good time. It was fun watching the Flash play in Chicago. A hometown guy, went to school in Marquette, which is 20 minutes away from me, not even. But I just like watching his style of play, and he knew how to deliver the ball effectively, and he could shoot it when he needed to. So with that, I have to take D Wade.
Oh, Coletta. How I've missed talking basketball with you, brother. Here's what I'm gonna say on that, bro. Dwayne Wade, the Flash, we know what he did, right? Beast, phenomenal player. All time though, no. I'm gonna go ahead and say my number 2. My number 2 is always going to be to the man. God rest his soul.
I know where he's going.
I knew where it was going.
Kobe, the Bean Bryant. Are you kidding me? You know what that man has done. Stop playing. That's the Mamba.
Oh my
He
God.
always gonna be number 2.
Okay, I messed up.
Come
I
on.
messed up then. Oh my God. How
Come
did I mess
on.
that up?
You can't change it. Sorry,
No.
buddy.
It's
Sorry,
not even that I
bud.
was going to pick. It's not even that I was going to pick Kobe because
I can't believe
think you're
you.
gonna throw him. How did I forget about Michael Jordan? How? There's no
I
way
knew
that
Mike was there. Look, Kobe's my Mike. I didn't
Right,
grow
but
up
that's what I'm
watching
saying.
Jordan.
Kobe.
Maybe X did,
That's crazy.
but I did it.
You look older than
The
me, bro.
only
Chill.
thing I question, I'm not questioning anything. Kobe has the same skill set that Michael has, so deciding between the two for me is so hard. Like I have a Kobe Bryant poster hanging, not even a poster, a frame hanging up in my room.
Yep, me
Like,
too. Yep.
So at the
You
same
sold.
time,
I
I
don't
have
have that
a
one.
Jordan one above my bed, and I have a Kobe one to the right of my bed. It's
I can't believe you.
how I forgot about that is completely beyond
I'm
me.
sorry.
I mean,
You
I will
already said
take.
Flash.
I'm
sorry.
still
Feel
happy. I'm
sick.
still happy with my pick. I have no shame in picking Dwayne Wade. He's a 3-time champion. He's a multiple.
I'm gonna tell you right now, 1-on-1, my 2 against your 2. Your 2 is done.
Dwayne Wade's a great defender. Dwayne Wade is a great defender. You
Hey,
understand
Kobe's
that?
not.
They both are. You're talking about guys who made first
Don't
and
get me
second
off
team all
topic.
defense. Dwayne Wade's a great. I mean, literally, you're talking about a guy who single-handedly carried the Heat to a title. Kobe did it too. He did the
Shaq.
same thing. Yeah, but Kobe and Shaq. Look at Dwayne Wade's 2016.
Hold on.
I'm just saying, like he had. I'm not disappointed with my pick. How I forgot about Jordan as my shooting guard is
It's just
beyond
because you're a
me.
Miami guy. It's all right, Daniel. You get it.
I just thought Dwayne Wade's a Chicago guy. I went immediately with the gut instinct. And that leads into you, X. What are you picking at the shooting guard?
All
spot?
right. I mean, my team wins already, bro. I got Jordan, bro.
No,
Kobe and Jordan are the same exact player. If it wasn't for Jordan, there is no Kobe. We're going Jordan 6 times champion.
To be fair, he's got a point.
Gold-
Kobe replicated his game right after Jordan.
Gold
Of course.
medal winner
Of course.
of the dream team, Michael Jordan.
Every one of those guys that we just listed, Wade, Jordan, and Kobe, all are gold medalists, multiple-time NBA champions, and all-stars. Like, they're talented players. But my God, and you know who else? I was going to throw an honorable mention in there because I know he's not himself now. But if you take a prime 4-time NBA champion Klay Thompson, 60 points on 11 dribbles, that's the most unstoppable player I've ever seen on a basketball court. That's an honorable mention, though.
That's a solid one because we know what he did with the Warriors.
You can still put him at the 3. You can still put him at the 3 guard if you really want to.
I'm not going to do that, but Klay plays the shooting guard position.
Because your team is done.
I got a 3. Y'all gonna be sick.
Yeah, I mean, now my 3. Now, just to recap for our 2s for shooting guard, we went over. You've got O taking Kobe, X taking Jordan, and I took D Wade. So I have that going. Oh man, this is where it gets tough. I mean, my 3.
Not really.
I mean, come on. No, because I don't know how I want to space them out and play them, but
I already picked my 3rd already.
I got my 3rd.
I'm strictly trying to take a lineup based off of shooting and then have like 2 bigs.
I'm going off my power forward. I'm going to win.
Well, I want
That's
domination
what I'm thinking
too.
of.
I think my power forward and my center spot are going to be big guys. I have to go with him at the small forward spot because, again, another great shooter and another absolute. I wish I could turn the camera around to show you because it's on my wall right now. I have to go with the old Boston Gardens legend. I have to go with Larry Bird. Like, I'm taking Larry Bird.
I like that.
I have to take Larry Bird. He's literally
Larry Bird.
Like
Larry legend.
Other than Steph and Ray Allen, Larry Bird is one of the greatest 3-point shooter I've ever seen. And he gets the job done, and he's a great defender as well. Now, it's a shame he had back problems later on in his career. That would have extended it. But because of that point, I have to take Larry Legend at 3.
Okay. I don't know whether or not you're trying to troll us or you're being for real, right?
I'm dead serious.
I'll go ahead and bypass that real quick before I get on your head real quick. Because I gotta remember we are live, okay? So all right. I'm gonna go my 3. I think everybody already knows who I'm gonna pick. I'm gonna go ahead and go LeBron.
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
I'm gonna go
again,
LeBron.
I was going
to
to put.
King,
I'm literally,
just a kid from Akron, Ohio, doing what he do best, play some gosh darn basketball. Let's do it, LeBron James.
Well, to be fair, my number 4 was going to be LeBron. I was going to put LeBron. LeBron can play whatever he wants. Like, we've seen LeBron play every position on the floor. He's played point guard.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I mean,
I was thinking about putting him as my point. Y'all would have been sick.
No, and that's why I kind of spoiled it, like saying that he's going to be my number 4. But
you put LeBron as your point. Your team is cooked.
I was thinking about it because he did play point.
I don't care what he plays.
LeBron plays like
I don't care. I don't care. I could put Joakim Noah at point if I really wanted to. I don't care. No, absolutely not.
No, you can't.
Get out of here.
You cannot put him at point.
You had Joakim Noah running the offense for the Bulls, and like
there was a season LeBron actually ran point guard.
LeBron can dish the ball. He's sick. What is he? 6'8", 270 pounds, and he can score and pass the basketball.
Listen, I digress.
He's a point forward.
Going off of that, I did put LeBron as my 3rd. Going off of that.
Yeah. Yep.
So 2 for LeBron, 1 for Larry at the small forward spot, and then going into the 4.
And Daniel, I'm sorry to interrupt, bro, but I really don't know where this list is coming from. Your list fits you.
But again, my number 4, I'm about to say it. My number 4 is LeBron. Like, I'm going to have some big bodies now.
Okay, for LeBron.
So my 4 is LeBron. I've never seen someone like he's the greatest player of our generation. And I've literally not seen a guy who can do it like him. So because of that reason, I'm putting LeBron at the 4. And he's bigger. So you could get some size down low.
Okay. I will say that I wanted to say before he said pick his 4th person, 4th player. I did like the Bird pick. I'm not gonna lie. If we're talking about prime Larry Bird,
Larry Bird in his prime.
That man was a dog. Oh my god. He can pass. He can shoot it right in your face. He would dribble right around. Oh my god!
But okay, think about it though.
I was thinking about putting him as my 2. I will say that
Bird is one of like 3 players, maybe 4 tops in NBA history. Like he's like a Jordan. If you got him mad, the guy would flat out score the basketball. And not only did he do it like to your face, he would shoot a 3 from like Steph Curry 30, 40 feet out, and he just gets the job done.
I will say he's a top player. You lost me with top 5.
Yes.
I made him top 10.
Yes.
I never said once he was top 5.
Yes.
I think
Did
Bird
you
is
know
top
you're
10
top 5,
for sure.
Orlando?
He ain't in my top 5 at all.
He would be in my top 7 to 10. I don't think he's in top 5. I never said he was in top 5.
Oh my god!
I wish I could go back and
absolutely
replay
not.
because I never said he's in the top 5 of all time. I think he's in the top 7 to 10.
Also, this is your starting 5. I forgot starting 5.
Yes, starting 5.
Okay, you said he's top 5 something, so I was like,
For my starting 5, he's in my start. I never said he was top 5. I mean, he's a top.
Oh, okay.
I know he's a top 3 shooter of all time. That's what I said.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Which he
yeah.
is.
Orlando, you're next.
Okay. We're going 4. I'm gonna go Giannis for my 4. For my power forward.
Interesting pick.
That's
I'm
actually
gonna,
Interesting pick.
I'm gonna go Giannis, and I'm not gonna go skinny Giannis. I'm gonna go big championship Giannis.
You know,
That boy can do it all, right? But if I can have an honorable mention for this one, my honorable mention would be Dirk.
I did not think
That's a
either
good
one of
one.
those
No.
two. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't think you would say either. I thought you were gonna say another legend, Spurs legend.
Who would you think I was gonna say?
Tim Duncan. I thought you were gonna say Tim Duncan.
No.
Because everyone complains like Tim Duncan's arguably the greatest power forward of all time.
Yeah,
I thought you
yeah.
could put him.
That's what people
But
argue.
Dirk, I mean, Dirk can. To be fair, Dirk can shoot. Like Dirk was a shooter. Like
2012 Dirk. That Mavs team, that gauntlet they went through to win it all. Oh my god!
Them taking down the big 3.
No one talks enough about that team.
Them taking down the big 3 in 2011.
That's exactly what I was thinking of when I thought Dirk.
Honestly, though, you probably should have put Dirk over Giannis, in my honest opinion.
I think Dirk is a better pick than Giannis.
I couldn't decide between the two.
I would put
at least Dirk can shoot. Like Dirk can shoot in that.
Yes.
Regard. But Giannis is still a great pick. I have no problem with you picking Giannis at all.
Yep, that's gonna be my 4.
Alrighty.
I'm definitely throwing a wrench in. But honestly, I'm gonna stand with this because I stood with this yesterday, and people that know basketball should know this is a good pick. I'm gonna go with Charles Barkley.
Who?
I'm gonna go with Charles Barkley. Hell yeah.
Charles? Okay.
We're talking about 92 Charles Barkley, gold medal winner.
This pick.
And he stood toe to toe with Jordan, and he did.
He did. I got to give him it.
He was MVP. Okay, sorry. He was MVP in the running of 92. That Suns team, he carried them to the finals. I'm going Charles Barkley. No one talks enough about how great Charles Barkley was of a player.
The round mound of rebound. The guy could flat out do it. He was, I mean, like you said, the Suns pushed the Bulls. They really did in 92. They had a great run. And Charles Barkley, I'm not denying, obviously, he retired without a championship, but he's still a great player. I am just so surprised that you're going Barkley.
I have to.
He's a big dude.
I have to.
He's a big dude.
If you're if you watch his play style in the 90s, he can score, he can rebound. That's all I need because I already got 3 players here that can score off the rip. So I need a rebounder.
I like that pick. So just to go over our 4s real quick, I'm going to take I'm going to go with LeBron. I said LeBron at my 4, and then, you're going with – are you going to go with Dirk or Giannis? Which one?
He already said Giannis.
I'm going to go Giannis. Honorable mention with Dirk.
All right. So, Orlando, please, can you get into that? Because it sounds like you want to say something.
Okay. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I'm actually glad. I didn't know if I had the floor.
No, you do. Hey, listen, state your case.
Said about Charles Barkley. I don't know if I can take you serious anymore. I think I might have to take your basketball card. There's a whole bunch of power forwards that you can put over Charles Barkley. I'm gonna tell you right now, my 4 against your 4 is cooked.
Oh my God! I mean, listen. When we list the lineups at the
Not
end,
a chance.
you're gonna look at it, and they're going to be closer. They're gonna be closer than you think.
Not a chance.
at the end, you're gonna see how close these lineups are truly are when you put them like side by side. My number 5 at the center position, I have to do it. This is such a hard pick for me because I love seeing.
I'm gonna get on you later, X.
Listen, I mean, seriously, I think that there's a lot of options you can take for this pick, but I have to do it because the most dominant center of all time is
Come
Shaquille
on.
O'Neal. I'm taking Shaq.
Come on.
I have to take Shaq. He's the most dominant big man I've ever seen highlight-wise. Like, I just missed him. I literally just missed like the apex of his career, but he is the most dominant center I've ever seen. I'm taking Shaquille O'Neal.
The Diesel.
The Diesel.
Superman.
I'm taking Shaq.
That's the real Superman.
And I know people out there are going to sit and say, oh, you should take Kareem or take Wilt or take Bill Russell. No, I'm taking the most dominant center I've ever seen.
That's right.
Shaquille
Everybody
O'Neal.
that says Kareem or otherwise can sit down. I'm going with the Diesel. Shaquille at my 5, baby. Yeah.
2 for Shaq.
My 5 is
2 for
nasty.
Shaq.
Yeah.
X, I know X
I'm
has got
going
something up his
Shaq.
sleeve right now. Who you taking, Luke Longley?
He
Oh,
said,
no, God, no.
I mean, if you want to take, if you take Bill Russell, I won't be disappointed. But just know that I'll probably have.
No, I was definitely thinking Bill Russell. No, see, if I put the guy I want to put, you guys are just gonna call me some old heads, bro. And this dude's
Okay, then how about this? Give me that name as your honorable mention, and then give me your actual.
No, because we're all going Shaq then.
Oh, so you're gonna take Shaq?
No, I was gonna pick Patrick Ewing.
Not okay. Listen, I am not against that pick. That's not a horrible pick. But
Are you serious?
But then you look at Patrick
Are
Ewing's
you
highlight
serious?
reel.
Do you not know basketball?
Michael
I do know
and
basketball.
Listen, buddy,
but
I know you were born in
for a
2010, bro.
Oh.
I get it. You only know basketball from today. I get
Fun
it.
fact:
No,
Michael and
not
Scotty
true at
both
all.
dunked. Michael and Scotty both dunked on Patrick Ewing. They
Yeah.
both.
Who
Yeah,
carried that?
so
Who
if-
carried
so
that?
if
Who
Mike-
carried that?
hold on.
That '90s team for the Knicks.
Hold on, if Mike can
It was
do
him.
Shaq can't
It
go
was
lay
him.
it down on him.
That
Shaq will go lay it down on
That's why I
Patrick
said.
Wait a
My
minute. Are we
five-
talking Lakers Shaq or like Orlando Shaq, young Shaq? Because young Shaq was a
I'm
monster
going
too.
Lakers Shaq. What the? Are
No,
you
but,
kidding
dude,
me?
Orlando Shaq broke a back.
I understand that, but Lakers Shaq got the most rings. Get the hell out! Come on, let's go, Lakers Shaq. Lakers Shaq was the best Shaq.
I mean,
Y'all-
I just
y'all-
think that
Come
Shaq's
on.
whole highlight reel, no matter who he played for, he's always going to have highlight tape, no matter what. I mean,
Yep,
yes,
that's the
Lakers
best
Shaq.
Though. Fight me for it.
It's so. I mean, yeah. I am just like baffled. I
Don't
mean,
fight him for it.
Patrick Ewing is a great pick. It's a great pick. That blew my mind that Patrick Ewing came to mind as your number one.
Mine too.
Are you
Wow.
kidding me? Patrick
Yeah.
Ewing of the Knicks? Stop it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
so-
You guys
Of
don't know
course
ball.
you would say
No
that.
ball.
You're the
Real
oldest
quick
one
to-
out of all three of us. Of course you would say
Yeah,
that.
and they were all goons back in the day. What are you talking about?
No.
Well,
Stop
that's like saying Jordan and Bill Russell and them played against plumbers.
Back
and
in the
janitors.
90s, the players that had each position were the best in their position. Nowadays,
Right.
anybody can play any position.
No, I mean, so really quick, let's go over this. I just want to go over. My 5 was Curry, Dwayne Wade, Larry Bird, LeBron, and Shaq. Your
Yep.
5-0, I'm trying to remember. who
D
you had.
Rose, Kobe, LeBron, Giannis, and Shaq.
All right, and then X you had.
Curry, Jordan, LeBron, Barkley, and Shaq. Mine's winning it, bro. I don't care
Dude,
what.
okay, listen. Your entire list, X, sounds perfect, and then you just say Barkley and Patrick Ewing.
Yeah.
Oh wait, but you guys forgot one more thing. Well, I
We need
didn't.
six
No,
man.
no,
We need 6 man.
we need six man. No, but I grabbed Shaq. I put Patrick Ewing as an honorable mention.
All right,
Let-
my
okay.
6 man. Okay, hold on. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been going straight shooters off this for a 6 man. I'm just gonna take another great shooter. Well, you know
He's
what?
gonna
I'm
be
not
Klay Thompson,
against
isn't
having
he?
him. He's not a great shooter. He was a good shooter, not a great shooter. I think my 6 man. I'm gonna have to go with Allen Iverson. I think I like Allen Iverson.
I thought this dude's gonna go with Iverson.
I want to take Allen Iverson. My thought was I was going to take Ray Allen, but I think I'm going to go with Allen Iverson just because his overall playmaking is a little bit better.
I'm gonna throw y'all off with this 6-man, but since I'm thinking about winning,
Sweet Lou Williams,
Luol Deng.
no. So let me ask y'all this. Let me ask y'all before I answer, real quick. What is defined as 6-man?
A 6-man is someone like so like I just mentioned, like you know how Lou Williams came off the bench.
Yes,
at the end
I'm just asking y'all definition.
No. Well, no. So for this, we're gonna do 6-man as anybody you can pick for a 6-man.
Well, like think about like in the history
I'm gonna throw
of the
y'all
NBA
off.
6-mans.
I'm gonna throw y'all off with my 6-man right now.
Logo.
Y'all ready for this?
Oh boy, here we go.
Pistol Pete.
I'm gonna go Kevin Durant.
That's not a bad pick though.
Yeah,
It's not, bro. KD was a flat. He still is a scorer. The guy averages 27 a game. Like
I'm gonna go Kevin Durant. KD
at your 6th spot. I mean, Kevin Durant. Listen, you talk about a 7-footer who can shoot the basketball. You pick Kevin Durant. Always.
Yeah.
Always.
I'm not gonna lie. Looking at our list, Daniel, you're chopped, bro.
It's not that job. I make up. Bro. My only problem.
Straight to the wood chipper, bro.
If you think about it, my only issues on my front line is size. Curry is small and Iverson's small as my 6-man. Other than that, every one of my guys I just listed is a multiple-time defensive player of the year or defensive all first team or second team.
But if we're going based off winning, I mean, you might be chopped.
Yeah, I mean, you got small ball going over there.
I mean, the only guy in my lineup who doesn't have a title is Iverson. Everyone else is a multiple-time All-Star, champion, and gold medalist. Like,
but to complete my list, I'm going Kobe Bryant.
Your 6 is Kobe.
Yeah, why not? Kobe can carry the load right off the bench.
Well, because I mean, he could come in when Jordan comes out. That's
exactly. They're both the same player, and he carries the load any type of way you want it. Pause.
Kobe.
So overall, we got AI, we got KD, and we've got Kobe for our 6-man. So, I mean, those are again very solid. I still am very, very not concerned, but questioning that Patrick Ewing pick to like the death right now.
I'm questioning his Charles Barkley pick. I don't know where he coming from with that.
For a power forward, Chuck's not a bad spot. I just think that you could have listed so many other.
It was
guys.
either gonna be Barkley, I need a rebounder, or they're gonna pick Dennis Rodman.
Well, you could have said Rodman.
Rodman would have sounded a lot better.
Right,
nah, because Barkley can score. Barkley can score.
Maybe it's because we from Chicago. Rodman would have sounded better, but Rodman.
Well, think about it this way. I said the O before. Tim Duncan had 5 championships with the Spurs. He's the greatest power forward of all time. He could score the basketball and play defense.
Yeah, but I mean, he was playing in a system. It's different.
I mean, yeah, true.
Take him out that system. Who really is Tim Duncan? I'm not saying he's a phenomenal basketball player, but like that was a system.
But then what about
his whole career?
I mean, obviously the Mavericks run was phenomenal in 2011, but like, what could be the same then about a guy like Dirk? Like Dirk could shoot the ball. That's the one thing I like.
Dirk went through what 2 or 3 coaches, right?
Yeah, but he beat the Lakers. He beat the Lakers with Kobe. He beat the Heat with LeBron, Wade, and Bosh, and then they beat the Spurs as well. Like. That's great.
No, I mean honestly, I think I do like the Giannis pick, but I do think if he would put this dude in, that would have been
oh my god, I have no problem.
You thought Dirk would have been icing on cake?
I totally think that if you put Dirk in front of Giannis, that's a no question. Like that lineup is probably the most unstoppable.
I think if you put Dirk and then put Giannis as your 6, your team is the best one there. But like I don't know, man. I'm a big Rose guy. I love Rose, but I gotta still take Curry over Rose.
I mean, I just strictly went with shooting. I literally just went with shooting.
I feel like your heart is saying Rose. Like my heart says Rose, but my mind says Curry.
Obviously, I was gonna say Curry. That's the greatest shooter God has ever created. I mean, let's be honest. We all know that, right? Greatest shooter.
He is small. He's small and he can't really play
and
defense
can
that
shoot
well.
the ball like that, right? But everybody says Curry, bro. And Derrick Rose is my favorite point guard, so I'm gonna put Derrick Rose.
Yeah, I mean, again, the only thing too, I make up for it by picking Curry because it's again, Curry's 6'2", 6'3", but again, he's fast. He can shoot the ball. It's just he's obviously not the greatest defender, so I'm relying on a liability on defense too. So, I mean, defense wins championships, and I can't argue with the fact that Derrick Rose was literally a defensive stud for the first few years of his career before his injury. So, I mean, I love that pick, and for the youngest NBA MVP. There's nothing wrong with that pick. I'm just, again, Chuck's a great pick, X. I just don't know how we're going to get off with going and saying that Patrick Ewing was your best bet for the center position. Like, that's crazy.
No, see, I was going to go Shaq, but I really wanted to put Patrick Ewing.
Was it just, like, piss us off, or, like...
No, I think what he did for the Knicks was phenomenal. He just couldn't beat the Bulls, and when he did, their team was old, and then they faced the Rockets, and those 2 years...
Hakeem would have been a great pick too.
Agreed. But if I would put Hakeem there, either way, you guys have been like, what?
No, I have no problem with it, only because Hakeem Olajuwon was a 7-footer who could shoot around the rim.
Look at Barkley's points, bro. You got 23, 28, 25, 25.
I would have felt better with you picking Hakeem than I did with you picking either Chuck or you.
See, because you guys are looking at rings. You guys aren't looking at the players.
Hakeem had 2 rings. It's not like
you guys are looking at the rings.
I'm just saying, Hakeem he had the dream shake. He was a defensive animal. Like, he was what embodied Houston. Like,
okay, but let's be honest with you, though. Like, if Jordan never retired, the Bulls are going to win 8 those years. I don't care.
There's a real shot.
They would have faced Houston in the finals, and they would have beat them. Let's be realistic.
I'm saying there's a real shot. Now, I'm not saying that it's not a for sure, because we don't know how, obviously, the roster was still constructed at that time, but... I mean,
what do you think? You think the Bulls are winning those 2 years?
The Rockets had a lot of size for their team. The Rockets had.
I'm sorry. Are the Bulls one of those 2 years? Is that the question?
Yeah, if they played the Rockets in 95 or 94, 95, do they win both those years? If it's a full season of Jordan.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, 100%.
A part of me says, and this could be the Chicago in me, I think the Bulls would have won all nine years in the 90s. I think they could have beat that San Antonio team in the very
in 99. Yeah, I think there's a real shot that
because they faced the Knicks and they chopped up the Knicks, and the Knicks were dog water, and they made the finals. So
right,
I'm just saying.
So overall, I mean, obviously we have our picks made out. You guys let us know what you think of these lineups. I mean, obviously a lot of constructive criticism went into all these lineups, but I'm fine with going over. It's a great show, and obviously we should probably have a draft segment like this for
the NHL
shows. Yeah, no, what should we do next week though? Like, for a draft segment, we should just talk about it ahead of time. So
let's do NFL, bro. What the heck?
NFL? All right. Well, for that one though, how would we do it? Are we going to do our
like a fantasy team
players, or like a fantasy team where we pick
your fantasy team? Yeah.
Deal. All right.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah,
right, we'll get there. We'll get there
because we don't know what's going on with sports next week, so we'll see.
Right. Yeah, we'll talk about it.
But you guys obviously let us know. Prime Coverage Sports Network, the Between Line Sports Show. Who had the best lineup? Was it X, me, or Big O? I mean, there's a lot of ways to go with this. A lot of questionable picks.
Y'all know the truth.
And you guys obviously can let us know what you think so far. But that's going to about wrap it up here for today's show. Oh, we're so glad to finally have you as a member of the team, my friend.
Yes.
It's great to have you back.
But thank you.
Yes. I am back. Y'all get used to seeing me, my beautiful face.
Absolutely.
It's great being here, fellas.
Right. As always, another great show with you, X. It's great to have you on. And we're going to obviously keep at it, and we'll be right back in this position same time next week. So, everyone, thank you for tuning in to the Between the Lines Sports Show on the Prime Coverage Sports Network. We will see you guys all right here next week.
Peace.
Yeah, hey, drop.
Prime Coverage Sports Network. Real coverage, Real conversation.